Hey, what's going on guys? TayJay Productions here, and today I am at Game World, which is a video game store here in Indianapolis, Indiana on the south side. Excited to go in there and see what kind of stuff they have. A bunch of stuff from new to old and a lot of retro gaming specialty going on here. So I'm excited to go inside and see what they got going on. Come with me. So guys, I am here inside Game World, which is a video game store that I must admit this is not my first time being in, but I am here at Game World, and the store is really exciting, but no better way to go through everything that this store has to offer than with the owner of the business himself. We have Dylan right over here. Dylan, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. So, this is your business, huh?
Yep. So we opened this location up in 2024. About summertime, but we also have 2 locations down in Bloomington as well.
So is this your most recent location?
Yeah, most recent location.
Gotcha.
It's our only location in Indianapolis as well.
What is it like to you to own 3 different locations all under one business name?
It's definitely some days can be long, but it's exciting. Get to work with a lot of great people, and every day is different, which is definitely what makes it exciting too.
Well, Dylan, I am excited to be here, and I was wondering if you could kind of show me around your store and show me a few things that you think are really cool, things that you want to point out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, give me the tour.
Yeah, so I'll start off with the glass cases. We actually have 2 glass cases at this location. We try to keep some of the higher valued items in the glass cases. We have some old Nintendo games, NES games up here, some Super Nintendo games as well. Some of the NES games we have are still in the original packaging, so they have the manual, the box, and styrofoam as well. And then we also have some N64 games. Right now we even have a 32X, which is a rare attachment that goes on top of the Genesis. It's actually the first one I've ever seen in person when I came the other day. We actually did just get a big Steelbook lot in the other day too, which I was really excited to see. So a ton of different Steelbooks. We even have some complete sets where this one's all the Matrix movies, this one's all How to Train Your Dragon movies.
Oh, I see.
Movies. But yeah, Steelbook community, they're definitely really into them. So it's cool to see them come in as well.
I definitely have heard of people before collecting steelbooks, and one of my favorite movies is Terrifier, Art the Clown.
Yep.
And I have the second movie, I think, on steelbook. But I can see why they're fun to collect. But those steelbooks are really cool. So thanks for showing me that.
Yeah, thank you. We also do got some rare Nintendo Power magazines as well. I believe, I'm not sure if we sold it yet, but we had one that has 2 Pokemon cards still in it. That one was worth over $100 or something. I think it was Groudon was one of the cards. But that one might have sold. But then we have these as well, and we have a ton more Nintendo Powers just over there as well. Just cool to just see what the games what people are talking about the games back in the day when they actually came out. And it's cool to see some the old original advertisements from GameStop, Toys R Us, and that sort of thing as well.
If you had to pick one right now, which one would it be?
Out of the ones we have right now, I'd probably have to go with the Mario Kart one. Mario Kart's one of my favorite games. I played the most in Mario Kart 8, but I definitely remember playing Mario Kart on the DS and the Wii when I was growing up. And I played Rainbow Road a few times, and so I'm familiar with it.
Oh man, Rainbow Road has me so mad.
Yeah. We also, let's see, we have a decent amount of Funko Pops. We have some of the wider selection of Funko Pops in the area. We keep some of the rare ones up there. So at the moment we have a few that are $100. Those are Naruto. And we also have some on the floor as well. I think at the moment, we have about 700 or so. There was one time we had close to 2,000, which that's when we had to get rid of a few after that.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And they're not easy to store. They take up a good amount of space. Especially ones like this. This is crazy.
Yeah. So these are actually another new product line we just started carrying. So these are made by a brand called First 4 Figures. They're just collectible, high quality, PVC, painted figures. So we have from a few popular different franchises like Sonic, Zelda, and Animal Crossing. And these basically, it's my understanding, but once they finish a run, I don't think they make any more of them. So there's some collectible factor to them too. It's not they just continue to mass produce them like some other figures or anything like that.
Yeah, because after a while, if they do that, then the value goes down, right?
Yeah. This brand, some of their figures are like within like the $500 and plus range, which we try to get a few of those, but unfortunately they sold out before we were able to get them for our distributor. We do have games from pretty much every generation. So we have some like the newer stuff like PS5 over here. We have PS4 games as well, which will also work on your PS5. PS3, PS2, PS1 in the back, and then every generation Xbox along that wall. And then we have Nintendo Wii over there, Wii U, and then GameCube as well. Out of all our games, I'd probably say that like GameCube games and like Switch games are probably the ones we're most excited to see come in, because that's also one of the ones that sell the quickest for us. And now Switch 2 as well. Those are always fun to get in as well. So we also have accessories for nearly every console. So one of the things people like about us is if they're missing a controller or like need a cord for their console or anything, we carry those as well. We just got these in the other day, which are pretty cool. This is it was made after a controller that in Japan only, that made by a brand called Ori. It's supposed to work for the Game Boy player. It's just like different style button layout that they made in Japan only for the Game Boy player, which is sort of cool. We also have like N64 accessories as well, NES accessories, including the Zapper. Which these, you need a CRT TV. They did two different styles of the Zappers, just the gray one and the orange one. In Japan, they had like a more like unlike shaped one that looks like a revolver, but they decided not to bring that over to the United States because they didn't think it was a good idea.
I wonder why.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we have pretty much accessories for every console you can think of too. So over here we have these cool HD cords. These will let you basically play your PS2, PS3, or PS1 on your HDTV. Not only will it let you work on the TV, but it also will upscale a picture to a higher quality picture. And we have a similar product to that for the N64 called Eon. Which Eon is known as like the top of line for that 64, which is like the closest HD you can possibly get.
Guys, this is very important because some of our newer TVs still have the AV plugs in them, and one of mine did, and I plugged in a PS2, and I'm like, no, it did not look this bad. I was trying to play the Spider-Man PS2 game on my 32-inch, and I'm just like, this doesn't look right. It didn't look this bad, did it? So yeah, that's really cool to know that you guys got this. So that actually like formats it to look good on your on the newer TVs.
So it'll definitely look. I mean, it's not going to look like a PS5 game or anything, but it'll definitely look better.
That would be cool though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'll be definitely a lot of upscaling for that. Just the other day, we got some really cool new products in. We have these blind boxes from a brand called Rement. So Rement is like a Japanese manufacturer that do these like really high quality figures. And the cool thing about these is you don't know which of these figures you're going to get. So we have like a Pokemon one, like Night Knight, Diamond Dust, Kirby. We also have over here we have Pikmin as well, which these are sort of cool because they come in like a little bottle and it's like a little terrarium that the Pikmin live inside. And then the other Pokemon we have is right here, this Guardian Collection. And then over here we actually just added this little display right here. We got a few of these posters that these are made to look after like different like Pokemon games, and then we also have Wii Sports as well. But these are nice because it's like nice waterproof top and ceramic.
You got Crystal.
Yeah, we got Crystal. Which
this was my childhood game right here.
Crystal, right? Yeah.
Yep, this is what got me into Pokemon. Now, obviously, a lot of my friends had yellow, green, blue, fire red. This was my first game because I had to beg and beg and beg for anything. And yeah, I finally got this. I think a friend let me have it, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
Good friend.
But yeah, so Totodile was my starter, if you guys wanna know. He was my starter.
So I'm actually playing ZA right now, and I picked Totodile as my starter because
really,
yes.
I have evolved now. Now I'm a fire starter. When I played Sword and Shield, I chose Score Bunny, and I loved Score Bunny, obviously. But no, when I was younger, I was always like a water type starter. Never a leaf though. Is anybody a leaf type? Is that a red flag if somebody's a leaf type starter?
I don't know.
In Gen 1.
Oh, we got a leaf type starter right here.
Snivy was my first one, so.
Hey, actually, you know what? The leaf type Pokemon are still just as valid, but I'm just saying, I get a fire and you're toast. Quite literally.
Yeah.
All right, anyways, back to you.
Yeah, and speaking of leaf type, we just got these air fresheners in too that we got Venusaur right there.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, yeah, we'll give Venusaur some love since we were just talking.
Yeah, I bought a Dragonite one and a Pikachu one for my fiance, because my fiance and I have, unfortunately, are old enough to be the first generation of trainers, like the first generation of trainers. I remember going to, not a retail sale, but like an electronics boutique to buy my copy of Pokemon Red and my first Game Boy. But she has always had a wooden like Pikachu on her keyring forever, and I decided to get her the Pikachu card there just because it matched the keyring, and I'm like, this will look cute in your cover.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Well, I think you made a good choice. Was she happy?
She's pretty happy.
If you know anything about Pokemon cards, this is a first edition Shadowless base set 1. Oh, this is the gold standard right here, guys.
Yeah, a lot cheaper than.
I'm gonna sell this on eBay. You think?
Yeah, you make some good money off that.
Yeah.
With the right filters, you can probably do it.
Right.
That's a PSA 10 right there.
Yeah. What if I sent that into PSA? Do you think they'd grade it?
They would, or they'd yell at you.
They'd be like, "Why does it smell so good?"
If I ordered a really rare Pokemon card off of eBay or something, and I got it, and it was an air freshener of all things, I don't know what I would do. I would never buy eBay again. I would not trust myself enough to do that.
Speaking on magnets, we just got magnets in too. We got some popular games right here.
There you go. There's the magnets.
Mario Kart, Pokemon ones, Harvest Moon, even Earthbound, a few others too.
Oh, this is classic right here. I did end up playing Pokemon Yellow, by the way, which is a classic in itself. It's the one where Pikachu actually follows you around the whole time. Gotta love it.
Yeah, that's a popular one for sure. We're always excited whenever we get any Pokemon games traded in because they're just like super popular right now. Or, I mean, they've always been, but especially now.
They're fun in their own way. They're so unique.
Yeah, they are. Something unique about us that is we're a buy-sell trade store. So most of the inventory you see that we carry is stuff that customers have traded into us. So we accept trade-ins for cash or store credit. So it's another way of like making it more affordable for customers if they have something they don't play anymore, or like DVDs taking up space in their closet. They can bring them to us and knock some off their price. So basically, we take anything you see in the store as a trade-in. The one caveat is we don't take Pokemon cards as a trade-in, but we do take pretty much everything else. So anything from like Wii games, PS5 games, amiibos, consoles, accessories, all that good stuff.
I notice you have figures, but when it comes to figures, it's only Pokemon figures you have, right?
We try for figures. We have these. Actually, a good point. We do have these Pokemon Kid figures over here. So these we actually import from Japan. They're these little vinyl figures that I believe are made by a few different manufacturers. I think Tomy is one of them. But these are fun because everyone tries to collect like their favorite Pokemon and stuff. And these we sell for $4 each.
The Tomy figures, sometimes those things go for a lot too. So
yeah, we just keep everything standard, $4 each. Try to give people a good deal when we can. Yeah, it's always cool to get a new lot in and see all the new Pokemon that come in that lot.
Oh, absolutely.
But yeah, and then in terms of other figures we do, if someone has a cool like video game related figure, we'll try to make an offer on it. We try to do other collectibles when we can, just anything like video game related. That way, just anything that fits the vibe of the store is stuff we'll try to make an offer on.
Gotcha.
But yeah. Then in terms of trade-ins, store credit, we do offer a little bit more than cash, but we do cash trade-ins as well. We got Pokemon cards. They're really popular right now. So we got, in terms of like the newer stuff, we have Phantasmal Flames, base set Mega Evolution. We do usually have Ascendant Heroes. Right now it's sold out. And we do have some other Scarlet and Violet sets like Obsidian Flames and Destined Rivals. And not too long ago, we started carrying Japanese cards as well. Japanese cards are cool because the arts, people say the printing quality is higher than American cards. So people think they're higher quality usually than the American card printing. They're also a lot more affordable. So it's more affordable way to get in the hobby than American cards. For example, this is a really popular Japanese set right now, and these we sell for $5.49 a pack. They do have less cards, but it is still more affordable than like American pack that's like $9.99 or $11.99. We did just recently start carrying a few Japanese One Piece cards as well, which these have been doing really well. We usually have OP13 as well, but that must have sold out because I'm not seeing it right now. And yeah, the cards have been doing really well lately. They've been literally falling off the shelves because they're a lot more stock the other day.
People are crazy about those Pokemon cards, I swear.
Yeah, yep. And we're actually, this location is like right next door to Mage's Comics too, which they're a Pokemon pre-release store. So they will get stuff in a little early, and they do like Pokemon like tournaments and stuff too. So it's nice having really good neighbors that we feed each other, we support each other and everything.
I was gonna say, you guys probably feed off each other, going back and forth between customers.
Which is part of the reason that drew us to this spot in the first place, just being next to Mage's Comics and being like a really popular, like densely popular area of Greenwood, South Indy area. So that's been going well so far, and it's been great. So more in the glass case, we have a regular that will like do custom Game Boys for us. So this one right here is it's a Game Boy Color that's been modded to have an IPS screen. So this screen is going to be a lot brighter than the original screen.
Oh, those are really cool. I've seen that before.
Yeah, those are, if you're playing a lot on the Game Boy Color, it's definitely a nice feature to have because it's a lot brighter, and then, it's just easier in the eyes too. But this one also has a custom shell, so it's a black shell with gold buttons, which I think is my favorite colorway that he's done. He's done a few other like cool colorways too. One of our locations in Bloomington actually just did one with like it has a glow-in-the-dark case with IPS screen. That's the original Game Boy, which that one's probably one of the cooler ones I've seen too. But yeah, we also have, so we have two locations down in Bloomington. One's on the west side of town, one's on the east side of town, and it's all the same chain. So store crate you use from here works down there. And if you have to return something, you can return at any of the locations. So sometimes people make the trek like from Bloomington to here, or like from here to there, but it's about an hour or so. But it is fun to see what they have as well. Yeah,
Bloomington is, for you longer time viewers of me, Bloomington is actually the city where I made that Vulture video at, which is actually, you saw that video first, didn't you?
Yeah,
the Vulture video.
That's what I saw your channel and I was like, that's a really cool video, and I thought, you're great to.
That's where it was. That was where it was. Bloomington. Bloomington is a hidden gem. So
it's really fun if you ever have the time to go there. It's a lot of stuff to do for sure, especially in the fall. The fall's really pretty. We have a few signed Funko Pops, so a lot of these are like the voice actors for like specific characters, so people will get them out at conventions. Most of these do have the COA on them as well, so they have another party that guarantees them to be authentic as well. But yeah, we have some from like Phoenix, Mystique, even like a Power Rangers one, and yeah, a few others too. One of the bigger sellers for us is consoles. So consoles we carry nearly every generation when we have them in stock. So we have everything from like newer stuff like the Xbox Series X. Right now we have a ROG Ally, which those are really fun. And then we even have some VR stuff like with Meta Quest 3 right here, and a few PS4 VRs up there. So these up here, you need like you need to have a PS4 for them, but they have like special games that are like the PS4 VR games. And then this one's for the PS4, but there's also one that Sony made for the PS5 too, which is this one right here. Which this one just has like, it's made to run the faster like games and everything.
Gotcha.
But these are, I think they're fun. Some people think more like a gimmick. Like some people get like nauseous from them, but for the people that don't get nauseous, it is cool, in my opinion.
Just that specific VR, or just VR in general?
VR in general. VR is like, you either hate them or love them, basically.
I love it personally.
Yeah,
I haven't made a Quest 3, and that's my form of exercise.
Okay, yeah, I think they're fun, but it's definitely, some people like them, some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, in terms of other consoles, we got stuff like PS4s. Right now we're actually doing a deal. PS4s, if you buy any of our PS4s, we're going to give you extra controller for free, which we normally charge $45 for those. It's a new wireless controller. We have some Sega stuff. Dreamcast right here, which those are surprisingly pretty hard to find. But they're definitely a specific fan group that loves the Dreamcast. And then right now we have this television right here that even has the racing wheel as well. And then of course we got like Switches, like OLED, the regular model, even a Switch Lite. These are the Super Nintendo from Japan. They're called Super Famicom. We have the two consoles up there. And then we have a few games for the Super Famicom as well. They're about the same size as the original Super Nintendo cartridge, just a little bit different shape. These won't work if you just try to plug them into like your American Super Nintendo or like vice versa. They do make adapters to make it so like you can play these on original Super Nintendo. The cool thing about like imports is the Japanese version of the game is usually a lot cheaper than the American version of the game. Like in terms for like N64, like Mario Kart 64, as an American game, it sells for about $50 or so. The Japanese version sells for about $10 to $15. So it is a nice way to save some money if you do have the console that can play both. And then there are also some exclusive games to Japan too that only Japan was like given. So if you're trying to collect a complete set or just try to play a game that like that American audience never got, it'd be cool to collect the import consoles as well. And something about our consoles too is every console you see, we've all thoroughly tested each one as well. We make sure that games work on them, all the ports work, all that good stuff, and then we clean them out really thoroughly. And we'll put every accessory that you need with the console in as well. On top of the Super Famicom games, we also have like Japanese PS1 games. We have the original Japanese Famicom games down here, which these are a lot different shape than the original NES games. They're about half the size or so. And these, similar to the Super Famicom games, you also need an adapter for them as well. And then also similar to Super Famicom, there are some exclusives that only Japan got. But I like how they did the colors of them. Whereas basically American, we only got the gray cartridges, and then some third-party ones like Tenjin were black. But these are all different colors, which I think is sort of neat. We got PS2, Japanese PS2, Japanese PS3, Nintendo DS, Wii U, and PSP. Some of these are actually region-free, so like PS3 games, these actually will work on American consoles like without any modification. Whereas the PS2, you need to basically either have a Japanese PS2 or you have to install a certain chip that lets you bypass like the region lock. DS games are also region free, and the PSP games are also region free too. So those are just fun. You can just put your American console and they work the right way. But there will be a language barrier, which some games are giving more like RPGs. Unless you speak Japanese, it'd be pretty difficult to play. But some games like racing games are, you get the hang of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, pretty universal there.
Yep. And then we have Xboxes, Xbox One, 1S, and then we even have 360s as well. Which 360 is one of my personal favorites. I like playing a lot of Call of Duty on the Xbox 360, like Black Ops and MW2.
Yes, I was just playing COD Zombies yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Keynote or Toten.
Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, Zombies are really fun. Basically, any purchase or trade-in, it's something fun we do. We get a free popsicle right here. So it's something unique that we do that people like. And
Kids or adults?
Kids or adults, yep.
No age limit on the popsicles,
No
right?
age limit, nope. Now it's warming up, I imagine that people like them even more, but we do it year round. So even in the winter, people will still be grabbing popsicles and enjoying them.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
It's another reason for people to come in, cool off, get your popsicles.
Yep. We actually just recently started carrying posters too. So these are just like popular games like Super Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, Metroid, and these are all officially licensed from a manufacturer called Pyramid. So we're excited to see how these will do as well, but just a nice little thing to display. So we actually still carry both Blu-rays and DVDs. Something cool we do with Blu-rays is normally they're $5.50 each, but if you get 3 of them, it's only $12. DVDs we also have a deal as well. Normally $2.50 each, but 5 of them for $8. And then for all the Blu-rays, we check to make sure that all the discs are included, and that the disc itself is in good shape. But we actually have a decent amount of Blu-rays, and we have some regulars that'll come in and try to add to their Blu-ray collection and everything. Just started carrying not too long ago are these guitars. Guitar Hero / like Rock Band are like, they've been like in a resurgence lately, just because they're not doing them for some of the newer consoles. And these guitars that we have will work with a lot of the older consoles. So this guitar right here will work for the Wii, and it basically works for pretty much all the Guitar Heroes and Rock Bands for the Wii. I think there was one that didn't work on, but all the other ones it does work on that. And this guitar right here will actually work on not only the PS3 but the PS4 and the PC as well. So this one you can play with Fortnite Festival, and you also play with Clone Hero as well. But yeah, they're just you know, fun way to play with Guitar Hero. Some like the original ones can get fairly expensive, so having a new guitar, like third-party one, is definitely a more affordable way to go. Surprisingly, Skylanders have been doing really well lately. Like people have been collecting Skylanders, which were at one point this was like all Skylanders. People are really loving them right now. Yeah, fingers crossed, get some more traded in.
Are those hard to find now?
When people have them, they usually have a big collection. They'll have something like 50 to like maybe. We had one collection that was like. Was it like 200 or so? Is that?
The Skylanders have been having a big resurgence now. People my age grew up with those, so I think they're trying to relive their childhood, like you said. There have been, it's hard to find ones that are like a little more rare. I think the newer game has some that like, the last Skylander they ever released was like $80 now or something like that, and I think that's loose without the box or anything. So
oh my.
There's some of them that came with the starter packs where you see those everywhere. Some of them are a little more harder to find for sure. So I think those are some of the more common ones, but I'm with him. I hope we get some more traded in sometime because I've got my own collection I'm working on, so I would love to see some come in.
So you're gonna snatch them up when they do come in, huh?
You gotta be fast.
Were you saying there was one that was like 40,000 or something? Like it was like Skylander, like the development team.
They used to do limited variants. There was one called a Happy Birthday Ben Starcast or something, where it was made for some employee's birthday, and there was only like 3 made. But there's one on eBay for a couple thousand, I think, something like that. It's crazy. Yeah, they're insane. So,
guys, I've been finding these like cereal stuff lately. Tony the Tiger keeps finding me. So this is a bobblehead?
I believe so. Yeah. So yeah, I believe it was made by Funko, which is like a different product line they had, where it's just a little different style. But yeah, bobblehead.
And then you got, well, this is obviously another one that Yummy Mommy. Okay. I've never seen these before, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I've been finding these cereal mascots lately, like plushies and all sorts of stuff. I don't know. Maybe I just started noticing that they're becoming more of like a collectible thing, but that's really cool. I noticed that. You have that.
Yeah, which that must be an old cereal, because I've never heard of Yummy Mummy at all.
It was probably one of those, the Halloween cereals with, you know, like Count Chocula and stuff like that, if I remember correctly.
Something we started doing Funko Pops. It was probably like a few months ago. We're doing a buy 2 get 1 free on them now. Basically, like the cheapest is free, and then you can like mix and match like any Funko Pops, like Funko Soda, like a standard Funko Pop, which these we sell for $11 each, and then some of the rare ones too. Which at one point we had this Freddy Funko as a Joker Funko Pop, which that one like they only did like 200 of those, and I think we ended up selling for something like $1,400 or something, which that's the rarest Funko Pop we ever had.
Wow.
But yeah, we've seen some cool stuff definitely come in.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, and I got a bag full of goodies here, and let's talk about it. Thank you guys so much. Couldn't leave without, oh my god, it's sunny out here. I could not leave without getting myself a few things from this amazing store, and let's talk about what I got. All right, let's dig in here. First and foremost, I mentioned it in the video, and you guys bet you, I had to get this amazing Pokemon Crystal coaster. This is so cool. I couldn't pass this up. Come on, guys. When it comes to nostalgia and childhood memories, this is it when it comes to Pokemon games. This right here. Another thing I picked up, I've been getting back into WWE, so I had to pick up a copy of WWE 2K22, which is fine. I mean, I know they're at, what, 2K26 now? But the newer, the more expensive it gets anyways, and I haven't played one of these games since, like, 2K12, so we're gonna get back into it, see what 2K22 has to offer. It'll probably have my guy Bray Wyatt in it too. This Combuskin Tommy figure, I couldn't pass up on this cool Combuskin figure. The Tommy figures I always appreciate. I think that they are the cooler versions of any of the Pokemon figures, and I think a lot of you agree with me. And yeah, I couldn't pass up on this one, so yeah, I got a Combuskin. Now, out of everything I picked up today, I think this is probably the coolest. I got a Game Boy Advance original packaging game, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, but it's not just the case. It's got literally everything inside. It's got the game. Look at that, isn't that amazing? And it's got all of the instructions and such that it would come with in the original version. So this is cool to have. Wow. Remember this game? Yeah, this is so cool to have though. Original Game Boy Advance pamphlets and everything like that. So now I have this to add to my collection. A whole box. That's crazy. Super cool. And then finally, I did get myself a blind box. There's one Pokemon in here. Here's the options I can get, and we're gonna go ahead and open it on the video real quick and see what I got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what I got. Oh, okay, so it comes in 3 pieces so I can put it together. But first and foremost, here is the little landscape piece that it comes with. But the 2 Pokemon I ended up with was a Wooper and an Oddish. Look at that, they're so cute. Oddish especially is adorable. Wooper's over here spitting out some water. That's gonna look really cool on this. Yeah, I can't wait to put that up. So I'll definitely send a picture. I'll put it on my social media, or actually, you know what? Here's a picture. There it is. Doesn't that look cool? Wow, guys. Well, that was a lot of fun. Really cool to get in there and check out everything that this store has to offer. And if you guys want to go see this store, here's the address. It is called Game World here on the south side of Indianapolis. They do also have 2 locations in Bloomington as well. So come over here, get your game needs met, and yeah, have a good time. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did and you're not subscribed to me yet, please click that subscribe button. Please leave a like and a comment below. Let me know what your favorite part of the video is. What was your favorite thing that this store had? What would be something that you would pick up if you were here right now? And talking about picking up merch, t-shirts, TayJay t-shirts, do you want some? Because you can get some on TayJayProductions.com. Go there and do it and become part of the solidified TayJay Nation. Okay, guys, that is it for this one. Until the next time, see ya.